MMA Plus here at KSW 32 Road to Wembley, now joined by Peter Graham after you just defeated Mariusz Pudzianowski, the legend of KSW. You know, first of all, got to ask you, we're in London, England, but we could mistake it for Poland because of how partisan that crowd was. How amazing was it to be fighting out there?
Yeah, I felt like I was back in Poland. But, there's a lot of English fans, a couple of Aussie fans. Hey, it was good. I mean, I like the Polish fans. You got to give it to Mariusz. He's made MMA super popular in Poland, and that's good for all of us, so it's not so bad.
I mean, before we went on camera, you kind of joked about the world's strongest man kind of laying on top of you. How was that experience? Because at first he started to try and wrestle you out in the first round.
Look, a lot of people know me for being a good striker, but my coach is he's a wrestling coach and a jiu-jitsu coach. So we do lots of it. It's just that I prefer striking. I like striking, but we do lots of wrestling and grappling and stuff.
I mean, in the second round, you looked so much more comfortable when it was on the ground. Was it just about finding your feet in that first round and, knowing, testing them out a little bit, testing the waters?
It's always a bit that, but we really go in with a strong game plan. We really had a good idea of what we felt he was going to do. You can't really change for their game plan so much because you never know what they're going to do. We just made sure we're in good condition. We prepared well. We came earlier. Had some good sponsors who helped me get to England a little earlier and just helped with my preparation. So it was really good. Last time I was sick, so it was hard. I had diarrhea for 2 days straight. We went via India to Poland. So this time, really good preparation. It really just made that little bit of difference in the end to come out with a win.
Well, whereabouts were you training? Obviously, you came to England a little earlier.
I was fighting at London Shootfighters. What a gym, man. Yeah. Great guys, really friendly, really helped me out. Wow, it's just really, really great. English people are so polite as well. Like we went on the public transport system. Everyone was really, really polite, almost to a fault. It was like, are you guys playing? I thought you didn't like us. That's why you kicked us out 200 years ago or something.
Obviously, Jimmy Wallhead, part of London Shootfighters, he was victorious here tonight. Is this your first experience with Shootfighters, and what do you kind of think of the overall gym structure for Shoot, which is one of the biggest gyms in the UK?
Oh man, I found Shootfighters to be an amazing gym. So many talented, great young athletes, guys who like the generation before me. Just England obviously has a really deep well full of great fighters. Ones to come, ones who have been, and ones in the middle. So and everything from, of course, orthodox boxing to jiu-jitsu and karate, Kyokushin, and right through to obviously mixed martial arts, cage fighting.
Would you like to come and train back at Shoot again?
Yeah, I'm a little pressed for time. I run my own gym back in Sydney. IMC, of course, we work out of Boxing Works in Sydney as well. So we were pressed for time, but hey, I like that. I'd like to come back.
The finish, I've got to ask you, do you think that the referee hesitated a little bit because, you were pummeling for quite some time and he didn't seem to want to stop it?
Look, I kind of felt that, but nothing that you don't kind of expect from, if you go to someone else's show, I guess, he's not English, you got to kind of expect the judges to be, a little bit biased for their men. You got to understand that. I'm not upset about that, but I did. Mariusz is a good guy. I don't want to. I want to beat the crap out of him in the ring, but I don't want him to have any permanent damage. So, the referees have really got to think they want to give their guy a good chance. They don't want any long-term serious damage to him. So, hey man, fight's a fight. Turn up, protect yourself at all times.
I mean, Pudzianowski, his name has kind of been thrown in the hat to fight Fedor Emelianenko. I mean, you've beaten him. Would you like to put your name out there as well for that December 31st show in Japan? I'm like anything. I beat his brother. They didn't think I was going to beat him. Obviously, there's a lot of people thought I was going to lose this fight. If I get good preparation, if I turn up fit, I back myself against anyone. I don't give a shit. Everyone is always Russian fighters this and American fighters that or Brazilian fighters this. I don't give a fuck where you're from. Turn up, fight hard. Everyone's about the same. You figure that out real quick once you start fighting. It doesn't matter what they look like or where they're from. If the guy's fit and tough and committed, he fights well. You're a K1 legend. There's another K1 fighter at the minute who's trying to make the transition over to MMA, Rico Verhoeven. He was successful earlier this month in his MMA debut. How far do you think he can go? Because obviously he's a very talented young individual. you know, if he takes that commitment he had from being a K1 fighter over into MMA, and it's a long-term commitment as well. You know, there's some highs and lows, and you know, for fighting, it can be epically high and epically low. If he can deal with it mentally, I think he'll do well.
And what can we expect from you? You know, have you got a multi-fight contract with KSW?
I have a non-exclusive contract with KSW, which means I can do what I want, which is kind of what I do anyway. So, you know, we're going to go back to the drawing table, and they did ask me, you know, before the fight how, you know, I like working with them and, you know, what's going to happen after this. So we've got some stuff to talk about. But I really like KSW, so I think there's a pretty good chance we'll be back.
I mean, this London crowd as well, would you, you know, if they made this an annual event, would you like to put your name out there?
Absolutely, I really like London. Yeah. Everyone's really nice. Everyone said the weather here is crap, but to be honest, the weather here has been pretty nice. Today was beautiful, and most of the days I've been here it was beautiful. So I got the good weather, and I got the wind, and I like London.
Well, Peter, big congratulations on your win, and thank you for your time.